What's up, awesome people? Hey, thanks for stopping by. So in the last video with this, we finished our beautiful fretboard to a really high glossy shine, right? Well, now it's time to do a little polishing of the frets. So we're going to cover that in spades right now. We're going to get to it, but also don't forget, catch the other parts of this, how we actually got a glossy fretboard from just a satin finish that came from the factory, and also how we turned this boring black Fender Squire Affinity Telecaster Deluxe into this spacey high glitter with super high gloss finish. So check them all out. Here we go. Okay, so the last thing we want to do is we want to polish the frets. Kind of becomes the next step and the last step, at least for the neck. We're onto the body later and going to do some polishing. We still, I think we have a couple of coats of clear gloss on it, and we'll show you some pictures of that. But what I used to polish the frets was, it's pretty simple. Since they're not really rough, you know, I'm not going to have to use any like big grit or heavy grit paper or anything like that. So what I'm going to be using is Dremel, or if you will, a rotary tool. And it's on a flex shaft. And I got to tell you, it works really, really slick. And so to protect it, we'll just use like a, you know, fret protector, and we'll dig in and we'll get off all that Tru-Oil, and we'll get down to the metal and we'll polish it. And this semi-chrome polish will do that absolutely without any problems. I'm going to start out with one that I use to really dig in and get the nasty off, and then I'm going to use a clean one over the top of that. So all I'm going to do, oh, there we go. Yep, we got plenty of that, that's for sure. A little bit goes a long, long way with this stuff. And it's also good for polishing out scratches on your guitar body, all kinds of stuff. But right now we're doing frets, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit them all just with a little bit of this. So whenever you're using this type of brush, all it is just a little brush just like that, right? You can get these at Harbor Freight, and they're cheap, but they're cheap. And so for final polishes, they're pretty good. But to really dig in, you really want a quality brush, and it doesn't matter if you used it on other projects. It just digs and gets loaded up with the semi-chrome, and you're good to go. So we're going to run it on a pretty high, I'm thinking maybe 22,000 RPMs or something like that. It's going to go pretty high. And we're just going to go over our frets. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. Hey, if you're finding what you want, what you need, please take a moment, like, subscribe to the channel. It really does help our channel, and me, really appreciate you. Thank you. So the first time you do it, you're going to see a little bit of a dull finish on it, and I'm using a brush, the little brush that I've used many times before on other frets, and it's just digging in. It's taking all the crap off right off the top of the crown, and it does work its way down around as well. So I'm just going to take it first. I'm going to go over them, and you can see the crud coming off. And that's just par for the course. So we're going to get all that crud off. Then we'll put a fresh new one, fairly new one anyways, on that's not too banged up, and do a finish on it and go for that high gloss look. Okay, so now all we've done is just change the head, put a clean one on there, and we'll still use our fret protector because we don't want to burn through our Tru-Oil. And we'll slow it down a little bit. There's no reason to get it too hot, and we're just gonna do a nice little polish on it. Alright, that should just about do it, I think. Let's see if I can bring it up so you can see it. I'd say we're there. Look all nice and shiny. The fretboard looks good. A few pieces on it. Of course, we'll run a little bit of, probably, now we can actually. They don't necessarily recommend it, but this Dunlop 01 cleaner, any grunge, anything left from the polishing process, and just run it over real quick like that and just polish it up. Just polish it up.